G'day, ZiggyD here, finally back with some more Path of Exile news. Now, it's been a little while since I've had any Path of Exile news to report, and that's simply because we've been in a bit of a lull. The last few patches haven't really added any new skills. We've had some nice new uniques, which is always pretty exciting, and mostly just been bug fixes, graphical improvements, and other minor tweaks and things like that. Now, it seems like from this that the developers are gearing up for a big month next month, and that's pretty much been confirmed because Chris has come out and said in one of his news posts that we should go around and tell all of our friends that have stopped playing Path of Exile, which that statement was a little bit, I don't know, that felt a little bit sad, but to go around and tell our friends that exciting things are happening for Path of Exile next month and that they'll be playing all month or completely throughout their summer holidays and all that good jazz. So they've got some stuff planned and we're starting to see some teasers and starting to get some information on what's coming up now. So that's what this video is about. So the first thing is that there's going to be 2 4-month leagues starting next month. Now, so far, we've able to pull together a few little bits of information to find out what these leagues are, though we don't entirely know what the leagues are about. We only just have some small pieces of information. So the first thing I'll throw up is an image here about that's led to the information about Onslaught League. So one of these 4-month leagues is confirmed to be Onslaught League. I believe that's I'm 95% sure that's the case. And this image here was originally released just to show the new menu. However, some attentive people noticed that the witch character Rayclast in there, the level 15 witch, is currently in the Onslaught League. Now that has the red coloured hardcore style text, or maybe, I don't know, the red might be something different there, but that's pretty interesting. Now we know that one of these 4-month leagues is going to be hardcore, and that we don't know what the other one is, but we're guaranteed that one is, so that might be Onslaught League. We're getting a few people saying that they're preparing to play in Onslaught League, and they're usually hardcore characters. Like Kriparian has said recently that he was looking to play in the Onslaught League if it is a hardcore league, so I think that's going to be what it's going to be. The next one, so there's not much information about that other than that little teaser there that there is going to be an Onslaught League. The other one though is an image I'll throw up, is a teaser of the Anarchy League. Now this is one that Chris specifically said is for the Anarchy League, so we have a bit more information, and this image is pretty interesting. So what we see here is a character running through on the ledge, apparently reasonably high level given the skills and also given the person that they're fighting there. So this person off to the right side of the screen, as you can see by the text up at the top of the screen, is actually not another player. So that means this new Anarchy League is going to have NPC controlled characters, basically other exiles that you'll do combat with. And look, from the looks of this one, they look pretty OP. So this one has Righteous Fire. It's got fireballs with a fireball effect and all sorts of auras and stuff going on. So people started speculating that they would be copying dead hardcore characters. Chris has come out and said that that won't be the case. But it's possible that they're going to have sort of pre-designed NPC exile enemies for us to fight in this new Anarchy League. And I'm guessing it seems like we'll either randomly bump into them when we're going through the game, or they'll actually hunt us down. So that's pretty interesting and exciting, and I'm getting kind of pumped to see what these 2 new leagues hold in store for us next month. So the next piece of news is one that will be very welcome for a lot of people, and it's new item allocation options that's coming in patch 0.11.0. So in the past, the developers have said that they are really big fans of the free-for-all loot system. They added in loot timers and adjusted the loot timers a fair bit to make most people happy. But even then, they prefer just a pure free-for-all system. So they've done the pretty honourable thing here and said, even though our vision for the game is for all free-for-all loot, to force you guys to fight over your loot, they've said, but we understand other people want different sorts of things in their party. So they're giving us item allocation rules that we can choose when we create a party. So basically there'll be 3 of these. There's free-for-all, which is pure free-for-all, so no item timers whatsoever. Whatever drops, everyone can just scramble for. That's probably the game mode I'll be playing on. I'll be looking for free-for-all parties. I love free-for-all loot. I often get good stuff stolen off me, but it's also pretty nice when you jag someone else's nice legendary or something like that. It just suits the theme of Path of Exile for me. The next one is short allocation, which is basically the same system they have at the moment. And then there's permanent allocation. Now this may or may not have names over it, or it might be like the current system where items are only highlighted for the characters that are able to pick them up, and this will be permanent. So basically, if an exalted orb drops and it drops for you, then no one else can pick that up ever. So I'm guessing unless you maybe like leave the party or something like that, but you know, essentially permanent allocation there. So that should you know, quell the problems a lot of people are having with, you know, getting loot ninja and things like that. And understand people like myself even have pretty bad pings when they play Path of Exile, and it can be pretty bad getting loot ninja just because you have a bad ping and you aren't quite able to click on that exalted orb or that unique item quick enough. So this means when you create a party, or when someone else creates a party, at that time of creating the instance, I believe it says, you're able to pick one of these 3 systems. Now this also covers maps as well. So I believe any where is it about maps? So they are sort of giving a map to maker sort of system where most maps will go towards the maker of the map. So the person who used their map to open up that map, and then any maps that drop in that will go to them. Whereas magic, rare, and unique maps that drop will actually go to the normal loot allocation rules that you have selected. So either permanent allocation, free-for-all, or short allocation, depending on what you select. But white maps that drop will go to the maker. So that's a pretty interesting system. I think that's probably a pretty good idea. I think most mapping parties now, most pickup groups, and most even permanent mapping parties play with the map to maker sort of system. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be excited for these item allocation changes. I think it's a good move for the game in general. And you know, in combination of that plus the new leagues coming up, looks like we're going to have plenty of stuff to play with next month. Hopefully we also get some new skills and things like that as well. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.